In the previous tutorial, we have seen that how to use the break statement, and we have already discussed that what are the scenario in which we can use the break statement. Now look at the next statement, that is continue, that how to use the continue statement in application. So it is very simple and it is very helpful in some situations. So what are the situations? I'll discuss about it. So by break, we have already discussed. Continue. So as I told you in the previous tutorial, that is the continue and the break statement must be used in the loop. So the continue statement in Python uses only within the loop. Just remember this point. And the continue statement stops the current iteration of the loop. It will not stop the execution of the loop. It will stop the current iteration of the loop and continue to the next iteration. Okay, so look at the example for I in range 10. So it will generate the number from 0 to 9. If I is equal to 5, then continue, else print the numbers. So if I write this code, then we'll get the answer 0, 1, 2, 3. But as 4 and as the I will become 5, so it will skip and it will go further to the next iteration. Why? Because continue stop the current iteration of the loop. So let's see with the example. If I write for uh, I in range that is 10, and very simple example, if I is equal to 5, so continue, and I'll print the value of I. And after that, I will print one more statement that is outside of the loop, that is end from or end of the program. You can write end of program. Okay, execute. Look at the output. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but as you can see, there is no 5. So why? Because when this condition gets true, it execute the continue. So whenever the continue occur in your code, so it will skip the rest of the code and it will jump to the next iteration. Okay, so next iteration, it will fetch the next value, that is 4 in your sequence. Sorry, 6 in your sequence. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and when all the element is fetched from your sequence, so it will stop the execution of the loop, and after that it will print end of program. So in which situation we can use this continue statement? For example, uh, you are performing some logic on certain condition, but there are few condition on which you don't want to further execute the code. So you can write the continue statement that skip the execution of this statement. I don't want, please don't execute this one if this kind of value you get it from the list, from the sequence. So let's do one practice. Means write a program that generates a number from 1 to 30, 1 to 30. But let me uh, write a program that generates numbers from 1 to 30. Okay, 1 to 30, but not include but not include the numbers which are divisible by 3. Okay, so this is one program that I want to write. So to generate number from 1 to 30, so I can write 1 and endpoint, that is 31. And if I don't write this continue, I just write this one as a statement. I will do some formatting, this one, execute this. So as you can see here, It generates all the number, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 till 30. But the program's requirement is, but not include the numbers which are divisible by 3. Okay, so what can I write in my code if I, okay, how to check the divisibility of 3? So if any number divide by 3, that a remainder will be 0. So I can write I mod 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so don't print it, just go to the next iteration. Okay, continue. So as you can see, just look at here, 1, 2, it will skip 3, 4, 5, skip 6, 7, 8, skip 9. So it doesn't include all the numbers which are divisible by 3. So in that case, if you have any scenario in which you want to skip the execution of your statements in loop, then you can use the continuous statement. So it is very simple and it is very effective. But one thing that you have to remember when you are using the continuous statement in while loop, okay, so before execution of continuous statement, you must update the variable that is controlling your loop. What do I mean to say? Just look at here. I is equal 0 while I'm writing I is less than equal to 5, execute this one, and I'm writing print I. Okay, and then I can write I is equal plus is equal I. So I is equal to I plus 1, so it will print all the value. Just look at here. I want that if I is equal to 2, so don't print the value. So what will I do? I can write if I is equal to 2, then continue. Don't print the value. That is continue. Okay. So look at here. And first of all, just look at the output. What happened? 0 and 1, but after that you can see that there is no output. Actually, it is stuck, and it is infinite type of the loop right now. Okay, to understand this, I can write one more thing, that is print, and here I will write I am inside the loop. So it will show you that it is entering the inside the loop. Just look at here. I'm inside the loop. I'm inside the loop. Why? Because every time it is getting I is equal to 2. So as I will become 2, so it will continue. So it is not updating the value of I. So every time I will be 2, so every time this condition will be get true. So this statement will execute every time. Okay. So just make sure when you are using the continuous statement in while, you are updating the variable that is controlling the loop before execution the continuous statement. So what I can do, I can write one statement that is 1 plus is equal to 1, I is equal to I plus 1. Just look at here. So I'm inside the loop 0, I'm inside the loop 1, I'm inside the loop, but since the value is 2, so it will not print. I'm inside the value, that is 3. I'm inside the loop 4. I'm inside the loop, that is 5. So when you are using continuous statement with while loop, so please make sure that you are using in the right way. Otherwise, you will get infinite loop constraint. Next statement is pass statement. So a few points that you need to remember, that is pass statement is never executed, used when a statement is syntactically required and do not want any code to execute now. Okay, so requirement is syntactically we need to write this one, but the implementation we will do in the future. So that's why we use the pass statement. If there is a need to implement code in future, behaves like a placeholder for the future code. Suppose we have a loop or a function that is not implemented yet. We are creating a loop but not implemented, means we are not going to write the logic that what will be the functionality of this loop. We are creating a function, and we want that this function, what will be the action will be performed by this function, will define in the future, but syntactically it is required. Okay, but we want to implement it in future. They cannot have an empty body. What is mean by this? For example, this is your list, my list, and I have values 0, comma 1, comma 2. Okay, so I can write the code for I in my list. Okay, so it will fetch one by one all the values 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I want to perform some operation on 0. If I get the value 0, I want to perform some operation on if I get the value of 1, and I want to perform some operation if I get the value as 2. Okay, so but I don't know that what will be the actual implementation on these values. So I will write only for I in my list, but this body cannot be empty, so I will write pass. Okay, so whenever I'll come back to my code, then I'll see that this code is not implemented yet. Then I will recall myself that yes, these these code is yet to implement, and I have to write the code. So in that scenario, if you have any condition in which you have to write the code but it is not implemented right now, then you will use the for statement. Okay, so you can write the same into the if also. Okay, fine. Now for example, that is for x in 0, 1, 2, so you can write the pass statement. So pass is generally one statement in which we uh, only write the pass. That is a placeholder. Why we write the pass? Because there is no blocking concepts by using the curly brackets. If you have learned any previous language like C, C++, and Java, so there is a concept of the curly bracket by which we can create the blocks, and that can be your empty block. So if you want to create any empty block, a block could be of your if, for, function, and classes. So in that case, if you have that scenario, so you can use the pass statement. This is very simple. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you have learned something, if you are learning something, so please write your views. So please like, comment, and share this video, and please subscribe this channel. Thank you. Bye bye.